Okay, I've been making these Barbie clothes and they're so much fun, and I know a lot of people have been asking me for a pattern, so I've been working up a bunch of them just to kind of see if I could explain it, because I'm not using patterns, I'm just making them and I'm using my doll for my my sizing, so everything's different depending on the yarn you use, depending on the hook size you use. So, like this is a number 4. It's a Quran Simply Soft print. I used a G hook on that because I tend to like them a lot tighter stitches, because it gives more coverage, especially through the chest area. So what you do is I just do a chain, and the chain should fit around the whole top of the bob underneath her armpits. So make a chain that will go all the way around and meet in the back and touch. That's the length that you're going to need to start. Once you get your chain done, do another row, chain 1. This is single crochet on the top. I do a chain 1 and then I single crochet across my chain. I do that for 1 row after my chain, and then I have to create my armholes. I'm using my hook because it's just easier for me to kind of show you where I'm at. So on the next row, I need to create my armholes. So what I do on my armholes, and I have this one that I've made up, there's at the end of each row, I did 3 single crochets, and then chain 3, skip 3, and then single crochet across the front. At the very end of the row, you need to do the same thing. So you're going to chain 3, skip 3, and then 3 single crochets in the next 3, and that's the end of your row. So that creates 2 armholes. So the next row, you chain 1 turn, and you're going to work single crochets across that row. Then the next row, what I start to do, if you look at the shape of a Barbie has a wider bust area, a thinner waist, and then wider at the hip. So what I start to do after the first row, after the armholes, is just a regular single crochet. And I also single crochet into those 3 chains that are under the arms. On the next row, I'm going to start decreasing so it brings it in a little thinner towards the waist. So I single crochet across each row, but right underneath each armhole, I do a single crochet together, so that brings it a little more narrow. And I do that for 3 rows. So I do 3 rows of single crochet and then single crochet together under each armpit. And I do that 1, 2, 3 rows with a decrease. Then I need to start bringing it out so that it gets wider towards the hip. So on the next row, I do a single crochet across each row, but on the end of each row, I increase 1 single crochet on the beginning and 1 single crochet on the back. And that starts to bring out your work. And then I do that for another row. Single crochet on the beginning, 2, single crochet across, and then single crochet on the end, 2. So now I've got the top done. So when I get to and you can do as many rows as you want. I use my Barbie doll as a size. Once I make my armholes, put it on your Barbie. See if you got a fit. Use your Barbie as your guide. That's going to be your best tool. And if you need more rows, you can add more rows. If you need less rows, you can add less rows. So try it on your Barbie and see what you got as far as a fit goes. Once I get my top done, then I join that row. So now I'm just working in the round. So now you can use any stitches that you want on the bottom of your skirt. You can use a regular basic single crochet. I've done that, half double crochet, anything. Or you can do something like a shell, or you can do any different stitch that you like to give it texture on the bottom. So what I do as I start my skirt, I like to flare it out a little bit, so I add extra stitches on my next row to bring it out. So on this one, I just did a single crochet, 2 single crochets, a single crochet, 2 single crochets all the way around, and that gave me a little more fullness on my skirt. And then I worked on the next row, I'm working in the round now. I did a single crochet and 2 double crochets all in the same stitch, and then I'm trying to think of how I did this because I don't use a pattern, I just kind of do it. But anyway, just watch your work, watch the shape of your dress as you do, and depending on what stitch you want. If you want it to flare out more, add extra stitches. It's not going to make any difference if you add extra stitches. If you'd like it to cling closer to the body, do less stitches, decrease. If it starts to seem like it's getting too wide and you don't like that, decrease a little bit. It'll bring it back in. If it seems like it's too tight, add a little bit and increase in places as you go along to make it fuller. So once I get the skirt the length that I want it, just hold your skirt up to your doll and see what length you want it to be. Finish it off. And then for me, I'm working with Barbie dolls for my Down syndrome sister. And she has trouble with snaps. So I'm doing just a chain of about 70, and I'm lacing it up the back so I have a lace for her because she can't snap the regular snaps. You can use snaps, you can use the lace up in the back. I like the lace up. I think the lace up is actually pretty. Let's see if I can show you on this one. I think that the lace is actually a nice way of doing it. I made a hat for this one too, but I don't have that hat over here with me. But anyway, it's so easy. It's so simple. Play with stitches. Use your Barbie doll. Try it on her as you go. See what kind of fit you get as you go. And be creative with it. And I hope you have fun. I hope you understood what I was just trying to explain to you. I know it's to me, it's very simple. But if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.